Greetings. Today I will be showing you how to use Egnyte. Egnyte is our local cloud sharing server which enables us to transfer files safely between surveyors and project managers. In order to access Egnyte, you can do it one of two ways. You can either access it by going into your email and clicking on the link that was sent to you by Egnyte itself, or you can simply open a web browser and go to www.egnyte.com. In order to log in, simply click Customer Login. Please note that if you clicked on the link through the email, the domain will already be filled out for you, but if you go to egnyte.com in your web browser, you'll need to fill out the domain. The domain is Crossroads GRP, all one word, and your username and password will be provided in the email for you. The first time in logging into Egnyte, you will have a pop-up window that will ask for some general information, such as your first name, last name. It will also ask you to reset your password. We encourage you to reset your password, but be sure to use both lower and uppercase letters, as well as numbers and even different symbols in order to ensure security of your password, as well as your login information. In order to navigate Egnyte, you can simply click on any of the folders that are in the middle as well as on the side. These are simply duplicates of each other. Please note though that you will not see as many folders as I currently do. You should simply see the projects that you are currently working on. If for say you were working on SYHCRX, this is the only folder that you would see on the left. In order to access it, you would simply click on it and then click on Surveyor folder. In the Surveyor folder, you'll find your SOP, which is your standard operating practice, your rosters, which are for your patient information in order to contact the patients and fill out the background questions on the key collects, your key collects. Note that this folder is for uploads only, not downloads, and your do not call list. In order to go into these more in depth, we'll go one by one. In your SOP folder is your standard operating practice. In order to download something from Egnyte, simply click on it one time. This will cause it to be downloaded. Please note that when it's downloaded, typically computers will download things from the internet into a download folder. There are two ways to find this. You can either go to your start menu and type in the name of the file itself, and it will search throughout your entire computer. And here you can see where it's downloaded. In addition, you can go to your folders and go to your downloads folder. There's one located here under your favorites, which is also located under your C drive right here. But note that some computers also have another downloads folder that's located under users, and then you must select the user you're on, and there is another download folder. And then all we have to do is simply go through it in alphabetical order and find the folder or the file that we're looking for. In order to find this easier in the future, what we should do is right-click it, cut it, create a folder on our desktop that is simply for these Egnyte downloads, open it, and paste it in here. Once it's there, all you need to do is double-click it, view it, and go through your standard operating practices for your new project. In addition to your standard operating practices, your Surveyor folder also has folders for your rosters. In order to get the roster, you simply do the same thing. Simply click on it and it will download. And then we go through that same process again of finding it and moving it to where we want it by cutting it and pasting it into the correct folder. In order to open this, simply double-click it and then fill in the password that we have provided for you. Note that most rosters are larger than this, but in order to put this video on without compromising any patient information, I have removed it. Next in your Surveyor folder is your key collect folder. Note that this one's empty as this project has not yet started, but another one would actually display many key collects uploaded by one or multiple surveyors. As you can see here, we have multiple key collects. Note that you never download a key collect from the Surveyor folder. Instead, the key collect that you will be using will be sent to you by your project manager. The key collect folder is simply for uploading key collects once you have completed your weekly counts on Monday. Note that all key collects should be uploaded Monday before 3 p.m. unless otherwise noted in project specifics in your SOP or by your project manager. In order to upload a KC, you simply have to go to your surveyor folder and go to your KC folder. Please make sure that it says that KC here. If it does not say KC here, you are about to upload it in the wrong location. Once you are in the correct location, click Upload, click Browse for Files, go to your desktop in the folder that you created to house all of this, and then you simply have to double click your KC. I do not have a KC in here at the current moment, but for illustrative purposes, go ahead and upload this roster here. You see once I've double clicked it, the roster is now uploaded. In addition, in your surveyor folder is also your do not call list. In order to download and upload these, it is the exact same way as your rosters or your KCs. Please note that when using the do not call list, there are important guidelines to follow. We never offer anyone to be placed on the do not call list. It is something that they must request. By simply requesting that they don't want to take the survey or that they don't have time, this does not merit them going on the do not call list. They must specifically say that they do not want to be contacted in the future, or they do not want to be contacted by the Crossroads group again, or that they want to be removed from the list. Otherwise, if they are just simply not wanting to take the survey, we move on to the next person and do not place them on the do not call list. In order to update the do not call list, there are important things to remember. One is that you should always download the do not call list off of Egnyte before updating it. Go ahead and download it, fill in the information that appears there in the fields based on the roster and the person you contacted. Once you are completed that, go ahead and upload the file back into the do not call list. Do not change the name of it, as if the name is the same, it'll go ahead and override the old one and only the new one will be present. Now, it is important to download, update, and then re-upload the file as quickly as possible within less than 5 minutes. That way, if more than one surveyor is working on the project, there will always be the latest update in there, and that no one will override each other's changes. Now, in addition to your surveyor folder and your projects, the other important folder to remember is the Crossroads group. Once you're in the Crossroads group, go to Internal Processes, Training Videos, and Surveyors. This is where you'll find many helpful videos on how to do many things related to surveying. Note that these download in the same manner as the other videos. As the other files. The one exception to this is that these are a little larger. They may take a little longer to download. As you can see here, this one is downloading rather quickly, but on your PC it may download a little slower. Once we have this downloaded, it is important to remember how to open this file, as these don't always open appropriately on everyone's PC. Once it's downloaded, we go back to the downloads file, we find it, we can go ahead and cut it and place it in our folder as well. Once it's in our folder, there's two ways to open this. You can double click on it and this may open the file for you and allow you to view it. For those of you who this does not work, go ahead and right click on the file, go to Open With, and select Windows Media Player. It may take a few moments and lag slightly, but it will pop up and play once you've hit the play button. Please note that once you are through running Egnyte, you must log out. This is where all patient information is stored, as well as other critical things that other people who are not contracted with the Crossroads group should not be able to view. In order to log out, simply go over here to the gear, to your name, and go to Sign Out. Once it's completely signed out, you can go ahead and close the window. This concludes our video on how to use Egnyte. Thank you and have a great day.